I'm John Zottoli.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. And I'd like to ask you a few questions about what do you remember about Adams Morgan, some particular event, or how it has changed and what you remember about that, or anything that you think is relevant.
Thank you. Well, what I miss about Adams Morgan are the way the sidewalks used to be. I grew up in the Bronx, and the sidewalks were so vibrant with people all different races and colors and ethnicities. Um, the food vendors were right there on the street with products. And when I first came to Adams Morgan about 15 years ago, my wife and I were looking for an apartment. It was like that, and I felt, gee, this place reminds me of the Bronx. Now, I'm not sure that's such a big selling point for everybody, but what I remember about the Bronx was that richness that we had, and Adams Morgan used to be like that. Not so much today anymore.
Do you remember any of the shops that were on 18th Street in the old Adams Morgan?
Well, what I remember are the vendors who would put their produce out right on the street, or even some of the dry goods people. Like there would be T-shirts that they'd spill over out of the store and right onto the street, and that felt good to walk through the activity.
Do you have a favorite restaurant that is now taken over your favorite spots?
The restaurant that my wife and I will go to the most is a vegan restaurant for Indian food. They call it Veg Z. So you can get lots of vegetarian dishes there, and it's modestly priced because you basically go up to the counter, order, and then either take your food into the restaurant or carry it out. And the Veg Z, VEG-Z, is probably the place we go to the most. When we need a place to sit down and enjoy comfortable seating, I'm a big fan of the diner because the diner has, retro dishes. You can get a turkey sandwich with mashed potatoes and gravy, and it has nice, comfortable seating, great big, sturdy benches that I can relax on.
That sounds awesome. So do you walk often through Adams Morgan? Is this an unusual special event?
No. Linda and I will walk, most, if not every day, at least several times a week. We'll go somewhere. When we first moved to Adams Morgan, we didn't have an access to a car, and there's just, of course, no place to park in this neighborhood. So we had to do a lot of walking. Now I finally moved up in seniority in our building and qualified for a parking space, but we'll still walk a lot around the neighborhood.
Has gentrification or new gentrification or rehab impacted the culture and demographics of
I guess the short answer is yes. When I first moved here, people moved here because they wanted to be part of a diverse community. And I think that's still somewhat the case today. But there are also people, I think, who move here today and, that's not so appealing to them. That's not a big motivation for them. And so we're not seeing as much pressure to preserve the diversity. The old slogan for Adams Morgan was unity in diversity. And I think if you went up to the old residents, they would tell you stories about why that was important to them. The newer people, they might say, huh? Maybe not even getting it.